Welcome back into the workshop for a very quick video. I thought, the idea of having the fence, like I've got here now, separate to the top was a jolly good idea. I was totally convinced that I was going to have to remake this, include the fence on the panel itself, and then do, drill a whole lot more holes. And then when I was talking to yous, which, you're actually quite good for me, I came up with the idea of having it separate, like most people would probably come up with. But we quite often get into an idea, a path of an idea, or following it, and we forget the simple thing. And it doesn't have to be used with this particular panel. It can be just used like it is now. Yay. And it just registers everything everything registers together. This has got a 0, of course I've bolted it on and then cut it to length, and this registers perfectly with the base, nice and square, and well, it's what was needed. Now, the thing that made it easier to do was this thing, which I bought a wee packet of them some time ago, and they seem to be lasting really well, because quite often I just use the Sharpie pens and what have you, and they do seem to dry out. Go figure. But I'm using this, and the thing that makes it handy is that extended tip here, the metal piece. So you can get in the hole, make a nice square ring on the back of the panel there, and quite often in these smaller holes you're left with like a little donut hole in the middle, which is really good for being able to spot the tip of your drill to center it up on the hole. So that made life a lot easier, better than the like sometimes you're trying to get a drill in the back to make sure everything aligns properly. But that little inclusion in the workshop, can't be understated how handy it is. And for some reason they're lasting really well. Well, that's good, isn't it? I'll probably go to get the other one. Once this is dead, I'll probably go to get the other one, and they're all dry. But there's the pack there, actually. How many did I get? I've got 4 in the pack. Another probably Banggood or AliExpress purchase. It's one of the better ones, I would suggest. So there you go. Anyway, that was just a nice quick one. And I've got the facility that I was actually wanting. Also, I did actually follow my own thoughts there in the video. I popped in the hang on, you're not even pointing in the right direction. Jeez, people. Anyway, come with me. I had some of the parts of the parallel arms left over, or actually replaced, so that permits me to pin them into place where I'm able. You weren't pointing in the right direction again, were you? Come on, up your game a bit. Anyway, we've got this arm that was left over, and I can pin those into positions for out here, and I can clamp my stop blocks out here, making my capacity for this top not requiring it to be as long as I was contemplating. So this shorter and more compact version means that I've still got the capacity because I've added that back panel on, and I can jump them across from hole to hole. It would probably be better to have this one drilled out at 50 millimeters as well, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, and it is easy enough to hop it across 50 mils in that manner. Anyway, I like it. Remembering also we've got the facility to go crosswise for whatever reason we want to do that, and that will give us our tunability for our blocks if we wanted to make them. I've already drilled the metal plate for that. Come with me. I've already drilled the metal plate that will eventually be used for this position, for this situation. It's got different positions. It's got different positions for the threaded rod to go into, and it is a 10mm threaded rod that has got a 1mm pitch to the thread. Yes, I know, not normal, but I bought the tap and die paired set so I could drill these, which I have, and tap it, which I have, with the 10 by 1mm pitch. So I've got a more sturdy rod coming out for that purpose. Is it going to be that necessary when I can make use of this? Yeah, well, I don't know whether it's actually going to be that necessary, but I will have it there for that situation when it is necessary. Yeah, I know. We do these things. Still a good idea, because I wanted to get the 1mm pitched 10mm for the parallel arm setup. So this was just another use of the tools that I'd got. Haven't threaded the bolt with the correct thread. I just chopped off a bolt, the 10mm bolt. It's already been threaded with the normal thread pitch, but I'm going to use this end to thread with the 1mm pitch, but I've got no die holder, so guess what? I've ordered one. I've ordered 3 in different sizes, so there's all that. I like this. I like it because, in fact, you can pop this over and use it over in the on the mitre on the MFT style of top. You can, but it's just interchangeability is what I like. I may, yeah, you can hear perhaps the thought process is going on. This is a mitre saw, good for cutting. Oh, mitres, strangely enough. So too can this. We could call it a pad or a sled, be used for cutting, let's say 45-degree angle. Well, that's what that's for. Hang on. If, here we go, you've seen the videos, I'm just replicating. In fact, I've made templates up, but when I saw what they were talking about, I thought, oh, yeah, I could do that too. Hang on, let's pull that back out. If I put that there, and that there, and that over there, when cut with the correct sized holes, because remembering that's not a 100mm increment, it's a 1414 increment, so just letting you know, I can put I'll just pretend I've done that. I can put a pad, a strip on there, set it up at whatever, in the correct holes, because the 1414, it's the hypotenuse of a 1 by 1. Anyway, you should know that. I can do that. I can also, now why am I worrying about it on a mitre saw? I can also do it that way. So that is now a 45. In theory, a perfect 45. Why am I worrying about that? Well, that's a 45-degree cut with it set at 90. If I then use this to, and I don't want to cut this pad, but if I wanted to then move my saw around, I can increase the 90-degree angle by 45, so I'm already at a total angle of 135, and I can make other angles accordingly with this setup. Why would I want to worry about that? Oh, well, have you seen any of the other videos, the sketchy builder videos talking about geodesic domes? Some of the angles required are different, if I can say it that way, than what this is able to produce itself. So if I took that away, it can do up to a 60 or so degree cut. But what happens if I want a 70 degree cut? Well, using the combination of these 45s or whatever, I can achieve that. Hey. Also, I've got a digital, what do you call it, angle gauge that you can set things up to cut those sorts of angles. So there's always this in the back of the mind, and now having this sort of top included with the mitre saw, much easier to do, and therefore I can get rid of some of the templates. Also, as I've been wandering around, you may have seen in the garden obelisks, and they have an angle from say 8 degrees up to say 15 or so degrees. And yes, you can do it on the mitre saw, but doing this, you can set up a template that can have them dedicated to that angle. So yay. So many possibilities, so little time to make the things that they can make. Anyway, there we go. I'm giving that a thumbs up for certain, a double thumbs up. Rightio, cup of tea time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.